I want the cast and crew on the ship within the hour.
No, Carl, you can't do this.
Tell them the studio pressured us into an early departure.
It's not ethical.
What are they gonna do, sue me? Huh?
Rocks! Look out for the rocks! They're coming loose!
Last magazine on back.
All my gaming pals and gals watching all across the world live and in living colour. My name is Gamessnia and welcome to the show that looks at games from the past, the present or sometimes even the future and decides where they rank in history. And welcome back to the Gamessnia show. And on a little side note, just before we get into today's video, just a little quick one. Where are all the good King Kong games? Okay, I'm sorry. First, a bit of context. I am a big fan of monster movies, specifically kaijus, and have been loving it still to this day since I was like maybe a mid-teen. You know, Gamera, Mothra, these things. Like, are they even considered kaijus? Please let me know if they are somewhere, and I won't agree with you. I loved it all. Monsters locking up, throwing down, beating the shit out of each other with not a care in the world for our entertainment. Seriously, all those people? Fucking dead. Just because you wanted to see the Dragon of Dojima Kaiju bully poor little innocent G. The question lied, however. Were the other Kong video games just as successful? No. King Kong 2600? Boring, sluggish, and tedious, honestly. King Kong for the Famicom? Creative with uneven gameplay to borderline frustration a lot of the time. King Kong on the MSX2? Engaging but difficult, it still offers a lot despite not playing as Kong. The 8th Wonder of the World game on the... Oh, this was bad. This was really, really bad. This is bottom of the barrel with Kong games right here. Oh. Forgot about that. Okay, now we've reached the bottom of the barrel with Kong games. Oh, come on, there's got to be something at least. That's like a whole world of games right there. There was a game recently that was about Kong. It was to do with like all the movies and all that. The Monarch movies. Was it Kong Survivor Instinct? Kong Survivor Instinct it was called. Like, that's very recent as well. How did that look? I don't like it. No. No, not at all. There's only one. One. And this was it. From 20 years ago! But hey, the bar is that of a low one. So the question that we need to ask ourselves is it really all that? It better be! Otherwise, the tribes of Skull Island are being slaughtered by my hands. And I'm not just on about the men, but the women and the children too. Because the treatment towards the greatest kaijus is animalistic, so they deserve to be slaughtered for such actions. And I hate them for it. Really good start. Oh, yeah, really good fucking start to my King Kong game being held by a company who should put greed and ego as their head names. God, I want to quit already! Oh, well, I actually kind of like them. Maybe there's some hope in this, actually. This game is gonna suck, isn't it? Oh, that's... Wow, holy shit. You know, it's a rare feeling when a video game does the unthinkable, of setting the tone effectively and immediately within seconds. But then you meet bastarding King Kong on the PlayStation 2. This right here hooked me into its breeches when I played it in 2005, and just over 20 years later, I am still captured by the sheer atmospheric goldmine that this main menu is. But it's a menu. It's really nothing worth bragging about. I mean, do you buy the DVDs just to look at the impressive menu selectors despite how great they are? Well, no, not anymore, since they kind of destroyed that years ago and the creativity that they implied in them. But still, my point. We're here for the games, not the visually, aesthetically pleasing prelude of a menu. The game only. Oh, and trust me, we got a long stretch of things to get through, but in order for us to... What? What are you doing? You can't just exclude that from the audience and then just expect them to go past it all. It's a movie tie-in game. We kind of need to know the events of the film, so let's have a little rehash on the entire film's history and what it's all about. No! The film came out like 20 years ago and pretty much the majority of others have watched it anyway. Like, it's from Peter Jackson. Why not? So? It's a movie tie-in game. We need to be refreshed. Hell, a lot of people haven't actually watched it for a while. I haven't watched it in a while. So I kind of need to know the details of everything that's going on before we could talk about this video game review even further about a movie-based tie-in game. So please, enlighten us and enlighten myself on the entire situation and plot details of the movie. Fine. Oh, shut up. So then. New York, 1933, Great Depression, money equals not good for people, poor Commonwealth, shady 2-bit film director with promise, verge of bankruptcy, illegal filming, goose chasing, lying, cheating, steals from everyone around him, follows map to certain island, discovers hidden island of the cranium, something Adrian Brody, something 2000 Scarlett Johansson, hidden Scream 3.5 prototype, big wall in the hole.
Bring on the wall! Bring on the wall! Bring on the wall! Bring on the wall!
This is King Kong 2005. What? Fuck you. So like I was saying, in order for us to get to the mystery, we have to travel through the currents before Skull Island. And when I say currents, I mean... absolute riptides! Oh, and by the way, you remember what I referred to Denim as? Shady 2-bit film director with promise. Yeah, he's also a psychopath.
I didn't come 12,000 miles on your stinking ship to give up now! I'm landing on that island if it kills me!
Denim, look out for the rock! It's gonna fall on us!
That little thing, don't worry about it, it'll be fine!
A few moments later.
Rocks! Look out for the rocks! They're coming loose!
Jack! He's lost consciousness!
Hey, Jack. You gave us a fright.
Oh, it's okay, Anne. You nearly gave me one too, with those noodle PS2 hair attachments of yours and how you're right in my face like Jesus, woman, it's 2026! Give me some room! See, that could have just been all a cutscene, but nope. All good in game engine immersion and even that fucking grim filter like draw distance with its mid-light texture polygon graphics to boot with it. It's just pure PS2 beauty.
Oh, I can't believe it! This is it. The island of the skull.
Shut up, Carl, I'm trying to soak it. You know what? Yeah, if this is just a show, I'd love to see what the rest of the island gives us. I mean, the film. Such a beautiful film with gripping landscapes and desolate wastelands. The potential. I can't wait to see all the...
Carl, you sack of shit! I fucking hate you with every fiber of my inner being!
Yeah, okay. That menu earlier I talked about, I can now say with the utmost confidence in my own voice that it perfectly sets you up for pretty much everything that you are going to be playing for the next 8 to 10 hours. And honestly, I goddamn near love every second second of it. The atmosphere, the sound design, the level layout, the tiniest of all little or huge details to make every part of this island feel just like the movie, in which the very idea of replicating it in its game tie-in is a formidable task in itself because of how spine-chillingly horrific the 2005 feature was, and that all is trying to be replicated on the PlayStation 2 disc of all things. Everything from the abandoned destroyed dry ruins to the deep dark caverns filled with creepy crawlies that almost give Fallout's rad roaches a run for their money, or swimming through the tribe's stronghold in the drenching rain, which is so tense because you have no idea where an ambush is bound to happen, or just going through any other detailed part of the island encountering raptors, centipedes, bats, or whatever the fuck that thing is. Oh, Jesus Christ. It never stops with making you feel alone and scared in this island, and does the absolute best job that it can at throwing the creepiest and most overwhelming creatures to make you shit yourself.
Come on, boys. This is the chance of a lifetime. We're on the legendary Skull Island.
We can go now.
You get to be in a Carl Denham picture. What else do you want?
Gee, you got a good point there, Carl. I don't know, maybe...
To live!
Oh, sorry. Did I say live? I maybe misspoke when I said that. The better word would be survive. Because, oh brother, you ain't going to. Everything I just touched upon to do with the atmosphere and how alone and how wowed it makes you feel at selected parts is a reason that captures its film counterpart atmosphere perfectly, but when it comes to an actual game, that's just nothing but senseless fluff right there. A game needs to do so much more than that. It needs to make you experience the same of the movie, but give you something also much more interactive, and something only a game can do, and immerse you deeper into the world, both through gameplay and exploration. And holy Luigi's Mansion, it does not shy away from that objective. It somehow manages to do it both at the same time. It's like I said, nails the horror aesthetic that the island gave in the 2005 film, filled with decimals around every corner. And oh yeah, the constant cocktease of that fucking plane. It gives the feeling of vulnerability in every scenario, and that you know, the player, are on the verge of death. It's not even unfair, to be honest. You really just gotta buckle the fuck down, and when you do, you're not gonna be ready for the eventual next one round the corner. But how do I defend myself? I hear you ask. Well, stop crying and I'll tell you. The game offers you two different ways of defending yourself in the many different situational conflicts with ground and air decimals. First and foremost, guns, which are scattered all across the island in these boxes ranging from pistols, shotguns, snipers, and last but not least, my favourite,
A Tommy gun!
I know, it does help you every so often with dealing with the aggressive bigger creatures, but you think that lasts? Oh, I laugh like Father Christmas. Almost 90% of the time when finding these weapons, they last like, what, 5 to 10 minutes because of the lack of backup ammo that they are paired with, and Mr. Soon-to-be Mr. Penis makes you aware of this fact more times than your mother tells you to wash your hands before sitting down to eat your beans on toast at 12 o'clock at lunch.
3 magazines on backup. 1 magazine on backup. 2 magazines on backup. 3 magazines on backup. 4 magazines on backup. 2 magazines on backup. 2 bullets on backup. That's okay, I got enough magazines. That's okay. I got enough magazines. That's okay. I got enough magazines.
It gets a very strong Resident Evil vibe to it, honestly, with how intense it can get with the limited bullets and minimal mistakes aspects to it. So when you actually come across another one of these boxes just randomly in the jungle, you get this exciting but very bewildering urge to them, and that it isn't actually always what you hoped for, and could be actually a worse alternative to what you already have. Like, I'll ask you this, are you going to replace a more powerful weapon that has a few bullets left in it for a more loaded, weaker weapon? Or are you going to keep the more powerful weapon and chance hoping to marksman all of your targets with very little bullets remaining? The game actually does give you hope upon seeing these boxes, but can easily give you the middle finger almost immediately at any given point. Hey, at least it's fair letting you swap weapons like people like Hayes, Anne, and Psychopath himself, which, hey, it isn't better by any means, but it's great kind of for an emergency battle aid. But you can't last forever with the bullets that you have to preserve, so I hope your throwing and quick thinking skills are of the highest proficiency. Please, grab those spears, both tribal looking or straight from the leftover skeletons on the island, and Oh, but don't spam them like a kid with an over-the-top sugar rush. In fact, sometimes the best option with these spears is to use them as environmental attacks to help preserve bullets and avoid big encounters or waves with more decimals. I talk about the spears like they are a secondary use, when really it is kind of switched around, as you tend to use them more with the fire on not just clearing pathways, but also solving puzzles, and pretty much being the best way to deal with swarms of enemies. So that's where I can give the tip. The spears are even so the more beneficial tool with distracting enemies, which feels much more mandatory, starting with little critters for dinos to big winged bats for motherfucking relax! So yeah, please get good at it, otherwise... well, a lot of that. And truth be told, there's still a lot more waiting in the ruins of Skull Island, but this is called Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Okay, is that title really necessary? Anyway, let's rise for our king.
Thank God. You got away from him.
I'm glad too, Carl. Now get the fuck away from me.
My God, did you see that? They were chanting the name Kong. Kong.
I know, I saw it. Carl, it took Anne.
What? Yeah, I know. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It's gigantic.
She could be mere moments from death, you inconsiderate cinephile waste of human existence.
Come on, Jack. You're writing the best script of your career.
And we're back to the script writing. You know what, Carl? You deserve hatred. You deserve to get the worst imaginable punishment to you, and I quite personally hope you get abducted and eaten alive. Yes! Finally! He's been abducted by the devils in the sky! Lord, oh fuck, Lord on Jesus, on earth, the parasite of our vessel has departed. I'm free, and I can eat all the chocolated sweets that I desire in final free falling to greater peace and future for all the travels ahead of us, because no more Carl Denham! I have to go save him now, don't I? In all fairness to Carl, or as much as I can bear to give him, the people around you are basically that of a chore to chase after, an inconvenience that you have to babysit everywhere if you were. And it's not because they are deep and I care for them as characters. No, none of that. You just need them to help you open doors cohesively and access areas you are unable to open from your particular circumstances, and that is their sole responsibility. They literally serve no other purpose than just that, being the caree to your caretaker self. But oh, when I need them, they are either just hopeless at the worst possible conceived time. Hayes, I am here, you mentally challenged Sammy J wannabe. Give me my Tom. Or just complete liars who want me to die despite me welling this crew together on this exposition like a used band-aid.
Go ahead. We've got you covered.
Look, I love the island. I love the grim and wrecked to oblivion atmosphere it absorbs you into, with all the swarms of abominations ruling the island and the absolute odds that it stacks against you in all measures. But an hour and a half. An hour and a half, and I am still waiting for something big to happen. Like, okay, I had a few raptor sections here and there, which were intense as fuck, but it's been an hour and a half. An hour and a half since this. Give me something, give me anything.
Yes. Yes!
Now this is how you do Kong gameplay, baby. I mean, what do you prefer? Or this? That's what I thought. As Kong, you swing, climb, and clubber everything in your path to prove why you, yes, you, are the king of this island and an absolute force to be reckoned with. And despite it feeling very repetitive in the later stages, where you do the same sort of thing for the 7 levels scattered across the 40 core ones in the entire game, I just struggle to even bring myself towards that point, as it's just that good to be Kong with every movement you make, every strike you throw, with all of which has the impact of a... That and ripping jawlines and bodies have never felt so good. And the funny thing is that all you do in these levels kind of just relegates down to the bare bone goal of outrun woman. But still, even by his 5th level, I'm still kind of having the time of my life with Kong. That's just how well designed and thrilling Kong's gameplay is. Well, that, or I'm just stupidly amused by anything. Yeah, let's go with the latter, actually. And you know, I massively appreciate that from this game. It actually keeps you entertained throughout all of it with its different types of gameplay styles. On one side, you have the survival horror style that encompasses isolation, psychological elements such as paranoia, and using limited tools to the best of your ability, that all combine to a very real, thrilling, and absolutely terrifying way of playing, while the other is a purebred action style beat 'em up where you feel like an absolute tank with not a care in the world on if you'll survive or not. It's pure magic. It just adds so much to the enjoyment throughout, honestly, and it's just an absolute joy. It's this absolute contrast that ultimately just helps blend the gameplay ever so nicely, that it never bores you with too much of the same thing. I personally think that the Jack levels are much more interesting and in-depth, so the interest for that can go on for quite a bit, but too much of the same environments did kind of tire me out in areas. But the Kong levels are so much more fun because of how stupidly satisfying they can be to control and play through. However, they can be too easy and basic because of how overpowered you are, resulting in it getting really old much faster than the previous mentioned Jack levels, so that just as soon as one style is getting tiring for you, it immediately chucks you into a new one that it helps vary the game up here and again. And god damn it, I wish more games would do this sort of thing. Jeez, that was a lot of points to cover. Oh my god. That was just point after point after point there. I think I just lost my train of thought. I didn't know where I was going, or where was I even heading at that point. Oh god, where was I heading, and where am I even at? Okay then, so moving on to the outskirts leading into the mainland, and after the most annoying boardwalk part yet. Seriously, this took way too long to even remotely cross, so how many bats decided to fuck me over, but hey, tons of marksman training, I guess. But after getting through the thinnest boardwalks and finally reaching the main lines, there's a sight. A beautiful sight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Skull Island. Said it already, but the levels and their stunning atmosphere mixed together with how they incorporate the Deathmill and especially the puzzle thinking here is absolutely brilliant. Like, just take this section, a big valley filled with Brontos walking, and obviously you have to maneuver across with safety, also having to deal with raptors coming at you from every angle that literally appear out of nowhere from the fog that the Brontos are walking towards, which also are something you also have to look out for as well, because man squished with ease. Hell, just a lot of set pieces and situations like this are what just make most of the Jack sections stand out for me. Whether it's holding off hordes off in a deep temple, finding your way through a muddy and desolate swamp, and probably my favourite, riding down a river stream on a raft while you were being chased and getting sticks thrown at you from every direction by the entire tribe of Skull Island, or, if you like,
Motherfucking remix!
Times 2. There's so many to even count on my hand alone, let alone the oh shit! Oh shit, here! Over here! Over here! Look here! I'm saved! Thank the Lord. After 5 hours of constant rooster cheeses and many running around trying my best to carry the team's arses, we can go home. Finally, just a few more steps before salvation. Where they are, I can feel it. I can sense it. Senorita, lay the table out for me because I am coming home and it's all for you. You know what? Fuck you, Englehorn. I'll find it myself. It shouldn't be too hard, actually. I'm good at map directions. I did it the first time. Just follow the X's from the map and boom, all is good. I mean, the X's are always pretty to look at, aren't they? Yeah, actually, I love the constant directions on the map and points of interest with the alluding and sinister music and visual reminders to help you continue with that overlapping mood that the movie helped set. And later near the end, when you actually are escaping, you return back to an earlier point. It's actually a really nice touch to see how far you've come since the beginning and the progress you've made up until the end. It's neat. Like, yeah, there's still the last hour of the game with the capture of Kong leading into the New York segment, but aside from having a quite troubling and confusing time with direction and the infamous Empire State Building conflict with the planes, there's really not much else to add, as it's again a more standard, repeated Kong level with more of what you'd expect from a King Kong Bruiser Brody level. Just good stuff. Look, I could be around the bush, but honestly, there's already a lot here as to why this game is considered one of the greatest examples of a movie tie-in game you could do. I mean, there's so much to it. Great gameplay, variety of that game, like to be both being of the perspective of Jack and Kong, with having different gameplay styles of it, an overarching atmosphere feel to it that is so brilliantly executed and captures the same as the movie as well as its own at the same time for a video game, and having noticeable moments in it on rare times on occasion. It's just a fun game from beginning to end that I really don't have much else to add on it, I don't think. And again, remember, this was 20 years ago, and not a single game related to King Kong has even came close to replicating the success of this one. And let's be honest, even if they came but to do that, they'd probably fuck it up again for the third time. So don't even try to do so. Just remaster this. Please, thank you. Good day. But thank you all very much for tuning in for another episode of the Gamessnia Show. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the King Kong PlayStation 2 game, and if you haven't played it, please go out and play it. It's a really good game, as I've illustrated multiple times in this video. It is pretty much how you should be doing a movie tie-in game. You know, it's always been the case. I've always looked back on that as a successful way of doing it. But until the very next episode of the Gamessnia Show, I have been your host, Gamessnia, and I will see you all in the very next episode of the Gamessnia Show. And until then, guys, as usual, Gamessnia, signing off.